What makes clickbait offensive in different cultures? Imagine scrolling through your favorite social media app and seeing a headline that promises something shocking or unbelievable. That's what clickbait is all about. It grabs your attention with sensational words or images. But what might seem harmless or funny in one country can be deeply offensive in another. That's because different cultures have unique values, beliefs, and social norms. When clickbait content clashes with these, it can cause real upset. In some societies, especially conservative ones, certain behaviors or topics are considered taboo. If clickbait makes fun of or mocks these, it can offend people very quickly. For example, if a headline suggests a woman is acting in a way that goes against traditional roles, it might lead to backlash or shame. People might see it as disrespectful or as attacking their way of life. That's why what's seen as a joke in one place can be a serious insult elsewhere. Another issue is how clickbait uses stereotypes or misrepresentations. When it simplifies or exaggerates cultural traits, it can reinforce harmful cliches. For example, using stereotypes about a particular ethnicity or religion in a headline can seem disrespectful or racist. If a story uses cultural symbols or traditions superficially or inaccurately, it can feel like a form of cultural appropriation. That often makes members of that culture feel insulted or misunderstood. Historical and political sensitivities also play a big role. Some countries have painful histories of colonization, conflict, or oppression. If clickbait content mocks or trivializes these experiences, it can reopen wounds or offend deeply. For instance, making a joke about a cultural identity that is tied to a history of struggle can be seen as dismissive or hurtful. It shows a lack of respect for what that group has endured. Different cultures also have different ways of expressing emotions. In some places, people prefer subtlety and restraint. If clickbait uses overly emotional or provocative language in these contexts, it can seem manipulative or disrespectful. It might feel like it's trying to exploit feelings rather than being genuine. Social media's fast pace encourages creators to produce more extreme and sensational content. This can lead to more misunderstandings or conflicts. When cultural norms are ignored or misunderstood, it can turn into online outrage or shaming. The public nature of the internet means that offending someone can quickly become a viral controversy. In some countries, clickbait is used intentionally by political groups or governments to influence opinions or hide the truth. When this happens, it can offend the cultural expectation of honesty and fairness. People may see it as propaganda or manipulation, which damages trust. To avoid offending others, content creators should be aware of cultural differences. Respecting traditions, avoiding stereotypes, and understanding historical contexts can help. Explaining the purpose of a story or challenge can also reduce misunderstandings. In the end, clickbait becomes offensive across cultures when it disrespects or exploits what people hold dear. It can perpetuate stereotypes, ignore painful histories, or manipulate emotions in ways that clash with local values. Because the internet connects us all, it's important to be sensitive to these differences. That way, content can be engaging without causing unintended harm.